146.
Mrs. Hall, please.
Speaking.
Hello, it's Hairy Guy from,
Oh, yes.
I'm just wondering what the latest is now.
Well, we are still sitting here with a street that makes me want to cry every time somebody comes round.
Oh, dear,
basically.
what's the problem?
Well, we've got one arm that's hard where they tried to patch it with a hairdryer after using the pots of paint. We've got 2 dots on another bit where they were spent an hour patching colours and couldn't get a match.
Oh, I can imagine you would be upset about that.
And when the 2 gentlemen finished, they said, oh, I forgot that this was an They came initially, as the letter stated, and said that...
Could you get to the point?
Well, basically, we're just not happy. I mean, we've been told that they might come back and spray it, but they'll have to spray just the arms to match them up and the seats, and we feel that it's never going to match colour-wise, and we're just totally disgusted, to be honest. We've only had it... they said that it was a dying fault. It was nothing to do with us. And, I mean, we were quite prepared in the beginning to accept them trying, but we've lost all faith in them trying to...
So what is it exactly you want, Mrs. Hall?
Well, we want it replaced, basically.
Well, I mean, obviously we can repair it, but there's no chance we can replace it, I'm afraid.
Well, I think it's disgusting after only 6 months.
Well, why? I mean, we have
made... Well, if it was a fault on the...
We've made every effort to repair it, haven't we, really?
They haven't made effort. They came here, sat on the floor for an hour mixing paint.
Right, well, they have to do that.
After he told me that he had the right colour, they then put a hairdryer to it.
Yes. Well, I mean, you have to do those sorts of things, you know. I mean, that's the way that they repair it, with a hairdryer.
But we've just had no... since then, they said, we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
I mean, are you fussy, Mrs. Hall?
Well, no, I wouldn't say I was quite prepared.
Well, I mean, we can send some guys round again, later this week and try and sort it out for you, but we certainly can't replace it. Unless you're prepared to buy a new suite, obviously.
Well, after 6 months, I think not.
Well, I mean, do the children climb all over it and stuff like that,
We haven't got children of that age, that's why we waited.
Well, do you and your husband climb all over it, if you don't mind me asking? I know it's a strange question, but...
No, certainly not. How rude.
Well, I'm sorry, it's just a question I have to ask, if you get up to all sorts on it, as some couples do. I mean, I'm not suggesting that you do, but, I'm just asking if you do.
Well, I think that's very rude of you.
Well, I'm sorry,
I do not.
I'm just asking,
I mean, they've said it's a...
So you stopped all that years ago, did you?
How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just asking, that's all, well, what is it exactly you'd like us to do, then?
Well, I think you ought to phone here and speak to my husband tomorrow, because I'm not putting up with that. That's totally rude.
What do you mean? I'm only asking...
How dare you?
I'm only trying to sort it out for you, Mrs. Hall, that's all. I mean, there's no need for that, is there? If you call her back, hang on a moment.
1463?
Well, I don't know what happened there, Mrs. Hall. I got cut off.
I put the phone down because, to be perfectly frank, don't need your rudeness.
Well, the thing is, there's no need to get upset, Maureen, because your son has written to me to wind you up.
Who are you?
Maureen, this is Steve Penk from 95.8 Capital
FM.
FM.
God! I'll kill him tonight. I will.
Maureen, have you got any tender mother-type words for that son of yours?
I can't repeat them.
Yeah, like, never come round here ever again, Keith.
No, he still lives at home.
Oh, does he?
Well, he did live at home till 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, 2 minutes ago, yeah. That's right. Keith, I'd find somewhere else to live if I were you. Listen, Maureen, we love you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.